everyone. Welcome to today's TBIF event by Foguanshan Sifang Temple. My name is Angelica and I will be your moderator for today. And to give you a little bit of a brief overview, I will start with doing a brief introduction of our guest speaker. Then she will lead us in a short meditation and do her talk all the way up to 10 minutes before the end. So for those of us here in San Diego time, that will be up to 7:50 p.m. And then Venerable Miaozang will have some concluding events, and then I will end with any final announcements. And we do ask that you save your questions for the Q&A section after the end of the lecture, which will be at around 7:50 p.m. Thank you again for coming. Today's title of the event is Does Religiosity Matter in the Era of Industrial Revolution 4.0? Question mark. Adjust my screen so I may read our mini bio. So Venerable Deng, her educational background, she has a bachelor degree in business management from Massey University, New Zealand, a bachelor degree in Buddhist studies from Singlung University in Taiwan, master degree in education, policy and society from Cardiff University, United Kingdom, and she is a PhD candidate in educational psychology at the University of Malaysia in Malaysia. Her current profession is as a lecturer of Deng Zen Buddhist College in Malaysia, and she's the vice president of the Buddhist Light International Association, Young Adult Division, Malaysia chapter. Venerable Deng, if you can please lead us with the silent meditation. Thank you so much. Welcome again, everyone.
Right, Venerable Miaozang and all Dharma friends, auspicious blessings to you, all of you. Thank you for having me. Now, shall we start for 3 minutes? Silent meditation. So please close your eyes. If you want to take off your spec, please do so. Relax. Wear a smile on your face. Focus in your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. All right, please open your eyes slowly. Okay, rub your palms. Massage our eyes, our head, neck, ears, shoulder. All right. Once again, thank you for having me here today. And it's my pleasure to have affinities to share the topic on the religiosity matter in the era of Industrial Revolution 4. That is a traditional school of thought, like us, right? That if we study subject A in the university or a college, then our career choice must be based on subject A, so that we will not think that our 3 to 5 years of education has gone to waste. But it is not the case due to the unpredictable job evolution in the era of Revolution Industry 4. However, in recent years, there are a lot of successful cases of fresh graduates moving into new profession or field or discipline, which was uncharted territory for them. Regardless of the job nature and discipline, there are qualities and competences, mindset that will serve one well in contributing and adding values to their work and surroundings. I can see today we have diverse age range of participants here. Perhaps this information or knowledge about the young workforce and about the new industry, so that you can catch up the latest information and knowledge, then you can share with your younger generation, or perhaps you can be more understandable to communicate with the younger generation. Or for those who are very young or still in school, you may have an idea what the market or the employment market is expecting from the fresh grad. So what essential traits to strengthen the qualities, competence, and mindset in the era of the Revolution Industry 4? So first of all, we must know what is Revolution Industry 4. After that, we should think about as a Buddhist, how should we lead our life while pursuing wealth and comfort? So let's see what is going on now. This is the timeline of growth of technology. Back to 1750, that is the Industry 1 version 1.0. That is mechanized production since steam engines invented. Then until 1850, around 1850, the light bulb, telephone, and car invented, we came to Industry 2.0, which is a mass production, assembly lines, and electricity. This industry actually is very, very in the peak during that season, that period. Then, until the NASA sent the man to the moon and the first commercial computer invented is around 1950. Then we came to the Industry 3.0, which is in the automation, IT, and electronics era. Since then, we have more invention and the computer like Microsoft processor, the World Wide Window, then of course the home computer invented, then the cell phone, and also the Google, YouTube, Facebook, until the iPad invented. They consider we are in the Industry 4.0. This era is talk about the connectivity. Yeah. So there is no more we call mobile phone or smartphone, but Internet of Things, yeah, cloud computing, big data, of course, what we know like the AI. So here, according to the survey from a global well-known statistic company reported that in 1990, there are fixed internet in this world. Around 1 billion people have fixed internet. 10 years later, in year 2000, around 2 billion people, they already have a mobile internet. In average, 1 connected device per person. Another 10 years, 2010, and they forecast until 2030, the Internet of Things already increased to 25 plus billion. In average, 15 connected devices per person. So there's no longer like 1 person, 1 mobile phone or smartphone. Some of you might have 2 phones. I'm not sure. Yeah, 1 for home or your girlfriend, and another one for work. Yeah. So more than that, Internet of Things, more than the mobile phone. So the number of Internet of Things, IoT devices worldwide, is forecast to almost triple from 8.75 billion in 2020 to more than 25 billion Internet of Things devices in year 2030. So in 2020, the highest number of Internet of Things devices is found in which country? Anyone make a guess? The highest number of IoT, Internet of Things devices.
China?
Correct, bingo. In China. So China has 3.17 billion devices in China. So the Internet of Things devices are used in all types of industry verticals. Consumer segment like us accounting for around 60% of all Internet of Things connected devices in 2020. Major industry verticals with currently connected Internet of Things devices are electricity, gas, steam, and air conditioner, water supply, and waste management, retail and wholesale, transportation and storage, and of course, our government. Whereas the most important use case for Internet of Things devices in the consumer segment are consumer internet and media devices such as smartphones and autonomous vehicles, IT infrastructure, asset tracking and monitoring, and smart grid. So how does it influence our job? How does it influence our life? How do you be part of this? What are the pros and cons? Anyone would like to share? Just an example, how does it influence your job if you have any experience, or does it influence your life? If we talk about the Internet of Things, perhaps now when we go out, at least we must have a laptop with us. That is the Internet of Things as well, and also the smartphone. Or in your smartphone, you connect to your home appliance, connect to the aircon, connect to the CCTV, perhaps, and of course, e-wallet. Yeah. All right. In this phenomenon, does the religiosity matter in this era? Yes, because faith is a source of moral and ethical guidance for individuals and communities. Yeah. So this is currently the greatest fear against AI. According to a CNBC survey, 27% of US citizens believe that AI will eliminate their jobs within 5 years. The percentage increases to 37% for citizens whose age is between 18 to 24. According to McKinsey and Company, they estimate intelligent agents and robots could replace as much as 30% of the world's current human labor by 2030. Depending upon various adoption scenarios, automation will displace between 400 and 800 million jobs, requiring as many as 375 million people to entirely switch job categories. Yeah. So this will impact our job. The trends that shaping the young workforce right now are, first, fewer formal sector jobs. So as you can hear, many young people, they go for gig job. Yeah. So we are soon in the gig economy. Yeah. Unconventional leadership opportunities to tackle societal issues. So we need young people and young leaders. Digital technology is reshaping the world. Yeah. So we are in the digital industry as well. And we live in volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. So these are the trends that shaping the young workforce. If you are hoping to get a job in the era of Revolution Industry 4, you will need to have a very diverse set of skills and understanding. Much of what you will need to know depends mostly on the role that you are aiming for, as well as the type of organization you are hoping to do it at. That being said, there are some skills that are particularly useful no matter what you are hoping to do. As we often highlight, many businesses are looking for candidates with a range of both hard skills and soft skills. Although the technical knowledge needed to do the job is important, the less tangible skills that make good employees, such as communication and problem solving, are also essential. Below, the expert highlighted some of the most useful skills for those hoping to enter the digital industry. When it comes to the specialist knowledge, you will need to find a digital job. There are countless skills we could choose. However, here are just a few that might come in useful company. Data analytics skill. We are all producing huge amounts of data each day, like we are texting, sending message, email. Now we are having Zoom, well, recording the video in the Zoom crowd as well. Yeah. And those who can analyze and interpret the data are in high demand. Coding or programming skill or knowledge. Understanding how computers are programmed and being able to write code means you will always find work in the digital industry. Social media. Many social media platforms have gone beyond just a place to share a picture of your cat, to share the picture of your meal, what food you had. They are now a vibrant sales and marketing channel, and those who can maximize the potential of social are in high demand. Then blockchain. Blockchain is the technology behind cryptocurrencies like what? Bitcoin. As an emerging area of expertise, many companies are trying to get on board with this innovative technology. Then content creation. One area that's common to you at just about every sector of the digital industry is content. Creating the words, images, videos, and audio that help to inform, describe, and sell is an art form in itself. Like the YouTuber, they are the content creator. Next, the less teachable skills are those that are common across just about every sector. Yeah. Employers frequently look for a mix of the following. Collaboration. In the digital industry, you will need to work with a diverse range of other professionals. Being able to forge productive relationships that bring out the best in others is highly desirable. Emotion intelligence. This skill is closely linked to the others in this section, is the ability to use and manage your emotion in a positive way, as well as to recognize the same in others. It is very important. Adaptability. The digital industry moves and change rapidly, very, very fast. So those who can adjust and adapt with these changes will always be in demand. Creativity. Ultimately, this is an industry that rewards new ways of thinking. Whether you are creating content, code, or business processes, creativity is a valuable asset to have. Now, assume we had already equipped with the above hard and soft skills. Does it mean that we will be success, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think we will success with the soft skill and hard skill that we mentioned just now? Yes? No, not enough. We should have the right mindset as well. The expert told us once we take up a job or project to ensure a successful career, we must know truth from falsehood and be consistent in words and deeds. Now we have so many misinformation, right? So we must know truth from the falsehood. And we must have unswerving determination and be down to earth. Only then will one be able to actualize one's goals in any sphere. The ideal in Buddhism is to contribute without asking for rewards. In all activities, the Buddhist intention is to what? Benefit all beings. We want to serve. Based in the wisdom of the Buddha's teaching and the spirit of selfless contribution, Buddhists are able to repair to the society by creating enterprises that benefit all. So if business enterprises can put aside the profit-only mentality and learn from Buddhist entrepreneurial spirit, they too will attain greater achievement and become more able to make greater contribution to the betterment of our society. Is that all? We have hard skill, soft skill, and the right mindset. Is that all we need for a healthy and harmonious society in the era of Revolution Industry 4? No. The professionals and experts told, and they found that the above are not enough. We should take morality into the account too. Okay, the morality for success, they are integrity. Integrity is the basic ethics of being a human being. Second, determination. We must have positive attitude. And third, diligence. We all know there's no free lunch in the world. Yeah, we must work hard and diligently. And the time, yeah, we must do things step by step because time is very fair to everyone. Everyone have 24 hours. Yeah, so there's no shortcut. And health. Health is the most important. Healthy body can create a successful career. Without health, we cannot work and we cannot do many things or to achieve our dream. Then as a Buddhist, how do you understand this in Buddhist terms from what we learn? How do you understand this in Buddhist terms from what we learn? The first one, integrity. Anyone? What can you think of in Buddhist terms? Shall I call him?
Precepts?
Yes, correct. You're right. Precepts. Yeah. So the 5 precepts and Bodhisattva precepts is very important because it is just like the guidance for us how to become a good person. Second, positive attitude. How do we practice or to lead our life with the positive attitude? Any dharma that we can refer to? Yes.
Think good thoughts.
Yeah, very near. So I will say there's 6 parameters. So 6 parameters actually guide us how to persuade our life in the correct way with the determination and diligence. There's no free lunch in the world. What would you think about this? What would pop up from your mind? There's no free lunch.
Right effort.
Right effort. Yeah. And also the most suitable is karma. Because you reap what you sow. There's no free lunch. You must work in order to harvest. Right. How about the time? Step by step is what you always hear from Venerable Master Xing Yun. One step, one footprint. Yeah. So we must, time is very honest. Yeah. How much effort? Everyone have 24 hours. So you want to use this time to sleep or to study or to work or to learn the new knowledge. So it's depending on us. How would we like to use or utilize, spend our time in the correct way or in a valuable way? Yeah. So one step, one footprint, there is no shortcut. Okay, health. Venerable Master Xing Yun always tell us, especially monastic, I think Venerable Miao know it very well. I still can remember Master always tell us, as a monastic, you must be normal. Yeah, we must be normal. Although we are monastic or we are a nun or monk, we are a human being as well. So we must be normal in terms of physical and mental as well. So in this day, the entertainment or the computer games is very attractive, and our lifestyle actually in terms of work is not as that normal because it's too convenient to connect to others person. Like you are in the evening, now I'm in my country, is in the morning, so it is very hard to manage our own time, especially if we have a habit to watch the drama maybe and to play the game. So without self-discipline, I think our life cycle will be in the mess. So we must be normal. When there's time for you to sleep, then go and sleep. Don't play computer games or watch the drama. When there's time for us to eat, just eat. When the time for us to work or study, please do so. And when it's the time to relax, please relax and don't worry about the job. So physically and mentally, we must be normal and we must be healthy and follow the path. So the Noble Eightfold Path is the path that we should pursue. And also, when we have the right thought, right speech, and right livelihood, when we say, that is very, very important. So these are the Dharma or what we learn and cultivate, right? So therefore, if we cultivate according to the Dharma, we can stand out in the era of Industrial Revolution. Because we have faith in Buddha. Faith is as we mentioned before, the source of moral and ethical guidance for individuals and the community. Otherwise, what will happen without faith? Let's look at one of the consequences.
Zhao. The word means to create in Mandarin. It's also the name of this app creating a firestorm. In just one weekend, it's gone from launch to being the most downloaded app in China's iOS store. The secret, allowing users to swap their faces with film or TV characters. Here's how it works. I upload a high-resolution photo of myself. I'm then instructed to take a series of selfies in which I blink, move my mouth, and make facial expressions. One click later, the app digitally grafts my face onto that of the actor in the scene I've chosen. 8 seconds is all it takes for me to morph into Forrest Gump. Because I feel like winter is coming, another click and I'm Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. The ability to see oneself as the star of popular films and TV shows has fueled a frenzy across China. It's being cited as a prime example of how far deepfake technology has advanced.
And you killed him to protect me.
Deepfake is essentially artificial intelligence that allows one to realistically create images and sound of another human being is being scrutinized for its ability to create misleading videos that blur the truth. We've already seen high-profile individuals from Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi become online targets, and it's prompted this clever video warning us about the dangers of deepfake technology.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Zhao initially required users to sign away complete intellectual property rights to their faces and all content generated, such as these clips. It has since changed that privacy policy in response to widespread backlash. But the app has provided a glimpse into the future of deepfake, how it can be used and possibly abused. Gerald Tan, CGTN, Washington.
All right, deepfakes. This is a hyper-realistic manipulation of digital imagery that can alter images so effectively it's actually impossible to tell real from fake. Yeah. In a very few simple steps, then you can make yourself or your space in the movie to replace the actor. So in the political world, the potential to use the technology to disseminate false information or at least muddy the waters about objective reality are akin to the debate over the impact of fake news. Yeah. So in entertainment, okay, the debate so far has largely revolved around issues of privacy and free speech. Though artificial intelligence is changing the world, there are concerns about how it may influence our lives. AI, algorithm, and training data may contain biases or unethical contents, as humans do, since those are also generated by humans. For example, AI-powered analytics can provide actionable insights on human behavior, yet abusing analytics to manipulate human decisions is ethically wrong. So this is very wrong. The best known example of misuse of analytics is the data scandal by Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. So the new technologies provide comfort and certainty for people, or it is a threat. What do you think? Any opinions? It's about pros and cons. Any young people here? Perhaps, sorry, it doesn't mean that I have discrimination on the age, but the younger generation might have a more experience in the advanced technology, so they might have more to share. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. There was one comment that came into the chat box from Denny. Denny, would you like to address it yourself, or would you like me to read it in response to Venerable's open question?
Yeah, go ahead and read it, Angelica. It doesn't quite address her question, but I was just thinking in terms of what your question was, Venerable. It seems to me it would be very, very difficult to control AI. It's almost like a rampant force in its own self, unless you had some very serious cyber geniuses that are in command central and stuff to control that sort of stuff. in a society.
Yeah, I saw your question. There's no control in US, right? Well,
seems, yeah.
Because the technology actually the development is so rapid and very, very fast. And the law, the cyber law, actually is trying to catching up. I still remember when I was in UK, my neighbor flatmate is from law school, and she told me that they have difficulties to develop a 100% or perfect cyber law. Okay, take care the security or the fairness or the justice for in the cyber world. Yeah, so this is their challenges now. Yeah, right. So it is very much depend on the how to control. It's very much depend on the country, the policymaker as well, how far they want to they want to control. Because in US we talk about the human rights and the freedom of speech, so we cannot stop. All right. So in conclusion, there are many challenges in the era of Industrial Revolution 4. We can only meaningfully address these challenges if we draw on the collective wisdom of our mind, hearts, and souls. This includes all of us across all sectors and stakeholder groups, taking responsibility for shaping a future that reflects common objectives, values, and ethical principles. We must ensure that we develop and use technologies to empower and strengthen communities rather than disempower and divide them. Furthermore, we should reflect on the everyday choices we make that shape the role of technology in society. The more we think about how best to harness the technology revolution, the more we will engage in self-reflection and examine the underlying social models that technology embody and enable. And the more we will have an opportunity to shape the revolution to serve the global public interest. So it's depend on us because we are the decision maker and we are the creator of the AI or in the digital technology. We are the one to create all these and invent all the useful tools. So it's depending on us how would we use the technology and our knowledge in which way, for the bad intention or for the good intention, for the benefits of the society or just for ourselves or fulfill our self-desires. So with this, we end our sharing for today. Now Q&A from the floor.
Thank you, Venerable. There's no questions posted yet. Oh, Marissa just posted one question. She's asked, how to contribute without asking for rewards, but also not get lost use in the corporate world?
Okay, Marissa, thanks for your question. How to contribute without asking the reward? Well, it is, first of all, we must know when we work, it's all right to receive the salary, right? So this is the terms and condition and offer and acceptance that have been taken place before you enter the employment, for example. But contribute without asking the reward is about when that is about the mindset or any good habit, that we can contribute. For example, to take care of the environment is very important, right? So when we want to, of course, I have money, and when I receive my salary, then I start to think, oh, I want to buy more new dresses. I want to buy new handphone, or I want to buy more new gadget. But what I'm using now actually still in good function. Shall I just change my phone, for example, just because there's a new model introduced by Apple, maybe, for example? So if we treasure everything that we use, that is, you can save. This is a good habit. We can save the world and the environment. So this is the contribution. Consider one of the contributions as well. Are you asking for rewards? If you just want to use your handphone until it's out of function, until you really need to change it, this is a good habit. So this is contribution. We are not asking any reward to do that. We don't need reward. So this is one of the example. So how to contribute without asking reward? I think in this world, of course, we need money to live, for the rental, for the food, and also for our daily needs. That don't think that we must work for the company for free. Felix?
Thank you.
Another question came in by Phyllis, related also to the corporate world theme. I get disappointed in seeing how people get distracted by stock, crypto manipulation, which all seem like is not real. But many people my age recommend investing in stocks and crypto, which I think go into the cycle of corporate/capitalism system. What would you recommend?
I'm not the expert in this field. Anyone from the floor?
I think my question is not like investing in it. I think it's just like, because it seems kind of like, I don't know if this is an appropriate analogy, like, like form is emptiness. Like crypto to me just seems like it's not real, like at all, like even less than money, which is already like not very real. So now I'm like, oh, it's like really like kind of imaginary in my mind, maybe because I don't understand it. But then I see like sometimes, really rich people like Elon Musk, he like increases the value of certain crypto, then he decreases it, then he increases it. And then I also get conflicting messages like, oh, if you want to invest and save for your retirement, you have to invest in stocks, you have to invest in crypto. So then I feel like I'm using a tool that I don't quite believe in to advance my own personal, financial well-being in the future. So I think it's like, when there's so many changes in technology, and it feels like less and less real. The deep fake is like even less real than just seeing, us in our bodies, which is very temporary. So I think I just want to talk a little bit about that and how to align it with like Buddhist values.
Mm-hmm. Okay. form and emptiness. Oh, all right. Thanks, Phyllis, for your question. Well, this not only apply to the stock or cryptocurrencies, but this apply to some other sectors as well. And you did mention a very important word, that is the tools or method. Yeah, we think about back to 10 years back. So now we are in the cashless era, right? Now we just use our phone to make the payment, right? There's no more notes and coins. Do you think without notes and coin, when you make the payment just through bank like this is not safe, right? Because we are not in the touch of the currency or the notes and the coins. Then I'm not sure if the transaction is correct or not, because my money just deducted from the bank, just like that. When I beep, then money gone. But when there is the notes, yeah, in your hand, you still can consider how much you want to give. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So that is the habit or the method in the economy. We get more and more new trading methods. And before this, credit card is not in our life, right? Yeah. So can you imagine now cashless, yeah, without currency and without the credit card as well. But before that, yeah, much longer, earlier, yeah, we can't imagine we can just go out on the street to buy anything without the check. I think very long time ago, before the credit card being introduced, we used the check. Yeah, so we check. We issue the check when we go to restaurant. Yeah, when we want to buy something, so we use a check. So check is another tool or the item that we create in the economy. Now, gig economy is beyond your imagination as well. Can you imagine? You can work, but you don't need to be the employee of that company. So, and you will be paid by the quality or the quantity that you have done. Everyone can become their own boss. We are the master of ourselves. So it is very hard to imagine why the world is getting more and more not realistic. What is real? What is fake? What is true? It is the question. But I think this is just a matter of time. Just the way we live, the tools, our equipment, or the method that we handle our business or our money is different. That is the trend. And about shall you buy for your retirement? That is another investment knowledge. Nothing to do with technology. All right. So I'm not sure if it is. Did I answer your question? Anyone can help here if you are in this field, like financial planner. Any financial planner here? Banker? No. Danny said it is a nice feeling to be able to contribute to the temple with the click of a keystroke. Yeah. So when we donate, we just click donate, then your money transfer, your donation already taken place immediately. So you don't need come to the temple and meet Venerable Zhang, say, I want to donate, or I want to donate to the Dharma service. So everything go online. So is it real or the fake one? The realistic. This is just a feeling. Okay, for example, talking about this, do you know nowadays, especially I think most of the building you all have the smoke detector, right? But Melton, do you still burn the candle? When you do the light offering, will you burn the true candle?
We use the LED.
Yeah, that's right.
And even during the annual light offering, we all use LED. Even the candles on the altar, they are all LEDs. But we still use incense though.
Yeah, so like in a country like Singapore, when I was in Singapore, we have this Dharma camp. Okay, a very important one of the very important event is the light offering. All the tertiary students, they like it very much because they can only do this in the big temple. But because of the environment, we can't let everyone, 300 of them, over the real candle, you see. So we changed to the LED candle. They start to complain already. There's no feeling of the candle offering or light offering without the true candle. Now, like the fake one, because it's the plastic LED. The young people share their experience, their feeling. Yeah. So this is a habit, but we can't. Once we burn it, the smoke detector will trigger. Bomber will come to our temple. No choice. So that is the habit. With Liang say, with the fast development of technology, how can we get to know the young generation better? Well, just now, some of the knowledge, so that if you're able to grab few points or important thing about the young generation or the younger workforce or the current employment requirements. So I think you can at least have a common topic or sufficient knowledge to talk to them and get to know them. Well, I think you can come to the temple more often, bring them together, because we are talking about the faith and legacy. We must passing down the light from our generation to the next generation. And also in the temple, that the energy is more positive and the influence is on their attitude and in their life, no longer like apparently just like the knowledge or the Dharma knowledge, because in the temple you must walk the talk, you must cultivate. So this is a very good influence to the younger generation. So that is a bridge to connect we ourselves to the younger generation through the value, to the moral, to the Dharma. Yilin said, maybe in trying to build wealth, it is important to consider how the environment is being affected. Yes, true. Buying property, is buying property a good idea? Or investing in a stock and bonds? The question is what to invest in. how much wealth is enough for you?
For speaking of retirement, especially in the United States, because as you grow older, it can be very expensive just to stay alive here, quite honestly. And now with inflation, I'm a renter, and sometimes your expenses escalate so much. So usually, not to be greedy, but usually people consider as a responsibility as you grow older to try to have enough so that you're not going to wind up causing problems for other people. Also, so you can continue to have a quality of life. And I don't need to go buy everything or necessarily go all around the room, but to be able to maybe just sustain yourself. That's all. Yeah. But mostly thinking of retirement. Yeah.
So retirement plan actually, we shall plan since when you enter into the workforce, you start to plan for our retirement. And if you have this, depending how much you have with you, right? I believe the governments have a package or some appointed agent help the elders in the investment. I'm not sure. Do you have any? If you don't know what to do, then just follow the norm.
I think you're talking about social security, but unfortunately, that doesn't exactly cover all the expenses. So if a person retires at age 67, they may not, the benefits they get from Social Security may not cover their living expenses. So they try to think ahead so they can supplement what they may get in Social Security. It's a touchy subject right now because some people feel like that system is not going to be around. The younger people especially feel it's not going to be around when they get to retirement age. So they're trying to think ahead to help them help them when they reach retirement age.
Correct. Thank you, Rita. Well, that is another issue. Most of the like the developed country facing the problem, the aging citizen, and that is the problem, and how to balance the young generation and the elders generation in terms of the wealth, and also property, and as well as the some opportunities. Yeah, because I think retirement 65 and now, like in Singapore, they can work until 70. So it's depending on the country policy. But Singapore already come up with a plan for the retired people. However, they encourage lifelong learning. So they are planning to do the upskill and reskill for the elder generation so that they can still involve themselves in the workforce, so that they don't need to depend on their children, or of course, when you stay at home, nothing to do, your life will be less meaningful. Yeah, so it will bring more social problem as well. Yeah, we need to deal with this social issue, from many aspects. So the social scientist is very important. For your information, there is a very strong social scientist behind the Singapore policymaker. So they study the social science so that they shape the society. The government shape the society from all aspects. Yeah, perhaps Venerable can help to introduce some devotees who are expert in financial planning to help our members here so that they don't need to worry too much, because in terms of investment, it beyond our knowledge actually is very risky as well.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
yeah, I would like to thank Venerable Deng again for her time in sharing with us such an insightful topic on does religiosity matter in the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0. So faith and also ethics is very important in our daily practice and daily conduct. And of course, like the environment is also very crucial in ensuring a person abides to the law. But you know, like every one of us still have the three poisons: greed, anger, and also ignorance. Sometimes we are tempted in doing something that is not aligned with morals and ethics. And of course, like with the recent news on the mass shooting, which is very sad, but things happen. Even though that there's debate between the gun control or even like mental health, but by the end of the day, of course, like as an individual, we have to like, you know, work hard in terms of making sure that we do things wholesomely, but in a way that if the environment itself is well controlled, like well regulated by the laws and regulations, then of course, like people won't have the tendency to conduct a fraud over the greed of money or resources, or a person might not act insanely because of the certain hate or anger that we have within our mind. So in many ways, like the same goes with the advancement of technology. So all of these are tools, whether like how to invest, how to do certain AI using the technology to help us to share the Dharma to the little ones, to anyone beyond time and space. But of course, like we have to really look at it as a skillful means. These are all tools. So again, like faith plays a very important role. Moral and ethics play a very important role in our daily conduct. Yeah. So again, I would like to thank Venerable Deng on behalf of everyone for her time and her sharing. So before we end, let us do a dedication merits. And if you can join your palms and we read, may kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May chant, pure land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our humility and gratitude give rise to great vows. So